That's about an hour and a half south of Erie, PA. North Tonawanda police issued the Amber Alert early this morning, saying the 17-year-old was believed to be with 50-year-old Michael Mesko. North Tonawanda police say Mesko was recently released from Niagara County Jail for rape and criminal sex act charges. News 4's George Rickert joins us live and tells us more on how this all started. George?
Well, Abby, this all started about 7 o'clock last night when a 17-year-old girl got into a car here at the Wurlitzer Building parking lot on Niagara Falls Boulevard with a man who she had an order of protection against. Now, as you said, that man is 50-year-old Michael Mesko, who just got out of the Niagara County Jail last Wednesday. He was still facing charges of rape and criminal sexual act. Just before 1 a.m., North Tonawanda Police and the FBI put out an Amber Alert, and it turns out Mesko had driven his Nissan Rogue about 170 miles away. FBI agents received information at 8:30 this morning that the vehicle was parked at the TA truck stop right off Route 80 in Harrisville, Pennsylvania. That's where Pennsylvania State Police approached Mesko and the girl in the car.
After a short exchange, in an attempt to speak with the occupants, the vehicle fled, and after a short pursuit, the vehicle was brought to a stop, and Mesko was then taken into custody without further incident. The pursuit came to an end. It was very close to the actual on-ramp.
Now, as we mentioned earlier, Michael Mesko had been awaiting trial on recent charges of rape, and he was allowed to go free after 6 days in jail awaiting those charges. We'll have more on that coming up at 5. Live on Niagara Falls Boulevard in North Tonawanda, George Rickert, News 4.
Thank you very much, George. Thank you for that update. Buffalo police have identified the body recovered in a homicide investigation as Tiara Lott. She was first reported missing last month from a home on Gold Street. Police are still investigating. Today, Senate Minority Leader Rob Ortt asked State Attorney General Letitia James for an expanded investigation into Governor Cuomo's handling of nursing homes. News 4's Chris Horvitz is taking a closer look at the fallout.
We have Republicans calling for the governor to be impeached. We have Democrats and Republicans calling for his emergency executive powers to be revoked. So what is realistic here? I spoke with Jack O'Donnell about that. He's managing partner of O'Donnell Associates, a government relations firm. And he also wrote a book about the only New York governor to be impeached and removed from office, William Sulzer, in 1913. With Democrats holding a supermajority in both the Senate and Assembly, O'Donnell says he doesn't expect the governor to be impeached. And even if Governor Andrew Cuomo's emergency executive powers were to be taken away by lawmakers, O'Donnell notes the governor would still hold a lot of sway.
Even if they take away the governor's emergency powers, we've got a system where the governor has a lot of say. And he has even more say going into the budget process, which leads to the end of the fiscal year on April 1st.
Siena released a poll today which says 61% of those polled approve of the job Cuomo is doing handling the pandemic. But that poll was conducted last Sunday through Thursday, and a lot certainly changed on Friday when Governor Cuomo's office released a transcript showing his top aide admitted and apologized to lawmakers for delaying and getting them information on nursing homes. That's what led to 14 Democratic state senators, at least 14 of them, saying they too think Cuomo's emergency powers should be revoked. The legislature isn't scheduled to reconvene until Monday. Reporting in downtown Buffalo, Chris Horvitz, News 4.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz is working to get more vaccines into arms. During a news conference today, the Erie County Executive said he's in talks with the state and the National Guard to open a mass vaccination site at the Buffalo Convention Center downtown. Poloncarz says if he gets approval, the county could do more than 3,000 doses a day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We want to be able to get more vaccines into the arms of our residents, but we are at the mercy of whatever the state sends us, and the state is at the mercy of whatever the federal government sends us.
Poloncarz says he's hoping to get it up and running within a month. State police arrested 3 men for their roles in a gas station robbery in Niagara County. Ryan Edwards, Aaron Barnard, and Donald Parker are all charged with robbery and criminal possession of stolen property. State police say they stole several items from the Sunoco gas station at the corner of River Road and Williams Road in the town of Wheatfield last Friday. Police are still investigating. President Donald Trump was acquitted of inciting a riot in the Senate, but a civil rights group is now suing the president and several right-wing groups. Now, this comes as Congress is preparing to create a commission to investigate the January 6th assault on the Capitol. Skylar Henry has more details from Capitol Hill.
The Senate announced it will hold hearings next week to look into the security failures that led to the January 6th Capitol assault. This follows House Speaker Nancy Pelosi saying she wants a commission to investigate, modeled after the 9/11 Commission. That bipartisan panel was created through legislation. Speaker Pelosi says she wants this commission to be independent.
President Biden has made clear his views on the tragic events of January 6th, including where responsibility for them lies. He backs efforts to shed additional light on the facts to ensure something like that never happens again.
Some House Republicans say they support an independent review, but in a letter to Speaker Pelosi, they say she has made decisions without consulting Republicans, raising questions about her political motivations.
Complicating the work of any commission is the fact that the attack on the Capitol had partisan political motivations.
I don't know any Trump supporters that would do that. I don't.
And to that point, we don't.
I wasn't afraid going into January 6th there are going to be riots.
Republican Senator Ron Johnson appeared on a Wisconsin radio show and questioned many of the reported aspects of the deadly assault.
This didn't seem as like an armed insurrection to me. I mean, armed, when you hear of armed, don't you think of firearms?
Police did seize firearms from some of the members of the mob. Others used flagpoles and hockey sticks as weapons against Capitol Police. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Now your forewarned weather forecast, certified Buffalo's most accurate.
And we knew last night when it was snowing and we shoveled before bed that it would be bad this morning. And it was.
A couple in Niagara County had to pull out their shovels and dig out this morning after a blast of snow swept through western New York. This was video from Youngstown this morning, which got hit pretty hard. The North Towns and Niagara County saw close to a foot. Meteorologist Andrew Baglini joins us now. Andrew, is that pretty on par with what you guys were saying yesterday?
Yeah, in the northern counties, absolutely. This was a pretty clean-cut forecast. Niagara, Orleans, parts of northern Erie and Genesee counties. Southern Erie, Wyoming, completely different story. It was not a great forecast because we were talking a lot the past couple of days about that icy mix, that sleet that would really eat away at those snowfall totals, and that made it even farther north than we expected. We did expect that in the southern tier, but it made it up into the south towns even, and that really ate away at those snowfall totals. I'll show you some of those totals coming up in just a little bit, but for our northern counties, yeah, that's exactly what we expected. Southern counties did not get as much snow as we anticipated because of that reason. We do have some snow in the south towns right now, though, some restricted visibility. It's nothing major, but if you're out on the roads this evening, just be a little extra careful. We've got a little bit of lake effect. It's not a big-time lake effect event because of how frozen the lake is, certainly, but we are going to see some of those lake showers piling on extra coatings to maybe an inch or so as we head through the evening hours. Temperatures are back into the teens, and we've got that breeze out of the west and northwest, noticeable, and it will remain pretty chilly out there. In fact, with some clearing skies, many areas will see temperatures dropping back into the single digits, so expect a very cold night. Make sure you bundle up through tomorrow morning. I'll tell you more about the cold and another round of snow heading our way later in the week coming up in your full forecast in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Andrew. You can get the latest forecast in the palm of your hand anytime. Just download the News 4 app. It has the latest news, weather, sports, traffic, and more, and it's free for your iPhone or tablet. Next on News 4 at 4, President Biden hits the road trying to win support for his COVID relief plan, along with extending help for homeowners. Plus, a wild winter weather has been hitting across the country. Now the death toll sits at least 3. We'll take a look at the latest when we return.